friends, welcome back to Stella Studies and I am Leeladhar, and today we are going to discuss about again accountancy problem number 2. So in our session, so please look at on the problem first. Here we can see the problem number 2. Generalize the following transaction. Here we can focus. The problem is 1/4/2018. Again the year is 2018. Reddy started business with cash 70,000 and machinery 30,000. And purchase 30,000, purchase goods from Varpasa at 10,000 at trade discount of 10%. So here friends, we have got a new point, that is a trade discount. We will discuss about this in the problem. So again, purchase returns to Uma Maheshwar Rao. Here the purchase returns has been directly given. So let's start the problem. Here I have already drawn the format of a journal. So first transaction is Reddy started business. So friends, when the name of the proprietor is given, that is who will start the business, that is the proprietor. If someone starts, say some X starts the business, then the proprietor is X. If Y starts the business, then the proprietor is Y. So like that, when here the Reddy has started the business, so the proprietor is the Reddy. When the name of the proprietor is given, we have to write the name of the proprietor. Journal of Reddy, or entries in the books of Reddy. Journal of Reddy. Okay, so let's start the problem. So first entry is again we have to write the year 2018. First entry is 1/1/2018, January 1st. And the second entry, the entry is Reddy started business with cash 70,000 and machinery 30,000. So friends, here the first time we have got a compound entry. That means here there are two things that are coming into the business. That means we have to write a compound entry, or we can write separate entries. So here we can sit down. So first, a compound entry. So what is a compound entry? That means either the two items will be in debit, or one item will be in debit and two items will be in credit, but the total amount of 2 debits and 1 credit should be equal. So here the compound entry means the entry is, that is Reddy started business with cash 70,000. That is, cash is coming into the organization, right? So first we will debit cash account debtor 70,000. And also machinery. So machinery account should be debited by 30,000. So the total amount should be credited to capital account, because here the capital is not only cash, but the machinery is also coming into the business as in the form of capital. So that's why you have to create capital account. So the amount what we will write, 70,000 plus 30,000 is equal to 1 lakh. That amount only we have to consider. So this is a compound entry. Or so we don't want to write like this compound entries, we have to write separate entries. Then it's your wish. That will also I will show. So please you can look at this. So we will divide this compound entry into two entries. Sorry, not two types. The first entry will be like cash account debtor to capital account. That is 70,000 and 70,000. This is the first entry. And the second entry is a machinery account debtor to again capital account 30,000 and 30,000. So the before I have written a compound entry, that is 2 debits and 1 credit. Or otherwise we can write like this also, 1 debit and 1 credit and 1 debit and 1 credit. Here we can see the formats. Okay, so like this is a, so in the before transaction also the total amount of capital is 1 lakh, right? So here also that is 70,000 and 30,000, and cash account is 70,000 and machinery is 30,000. So again coming into the journal. So we have seen that The entries we have seen, right? So that entry I prefer to write a compound entry because it will also save the time in the process of writing journal entries, and also it will help in increasing the brain's power. So we are writing the compound entry. So we can look at this: cash account debtor, machinery account debtor, to capital account 70,000, 30,000 and 1 lakh. So this is the entry. Narration we can write: being business commenced, or the word commenced means starting. Okay, so the word commencement refers to starting, or we can write the business started with cash and machinery. So this is the narration. This is the first entry. Okay, so second entry is purchase 30,000. As we know, the date is January. Sorry friends, the month is not January, it is April. So the April month, we can write APR. So the second date, the date is 2 in April month. Purchase 30,000. We know that entry is purchase account debtor. To cash account. So friends, when there is no mentioning of either cash or some name of any individual, we have to consider that as a cash transaction. That is 30,000 and 30,000. Narration we can write like: being goods purchased. That's it. And the next date is 3rd. So friends, please look at this entry very carefully because it has included some trade discount. So the entry is purchased goods from Varaprasad and trade discount allowed 10%. So we will write the entry like: purchase from Varaprasad. That means here it is a credit transaction because there is no mentioning of the word cash, and also the name of the individual who is selling the goods is also given, that is Varaprasad. So here the entry will be same: purchases account debtor to Varaprasad account. So here Varaprasad is a creditor, he is giving credit to us. So while writing the amounts, we have to be careful. The amount is given 10,000. So here we can see the groundwork: 10,000. And what is the 10% of 10,000? Into 10 by 100, right? So 100 into 10, that is 1000. So we have to deduct this 1000 from 10,000 minus 1000. That is 9,000. We have to take this 9,000 as amount because the word trade discount, when it is set in journal entries, we should not consider it as a cash discount. If the cash discount is given, a compound entry will become. But when trade discount is given, we should not show in our entries and we have to deduct directly from the amount. So while coming into the entry, the amount is 9,000. That's it. The entry we can write like this: being goods purchased from Varaprasad and allowed trade discount. And he allowed trade discount at the rate of 10%. So this is the entry. In the fourth entry, this is final entry, as we know. So friends, the fourth entry is given as the goods returned to Bhavani. Purchase returns to Uma Maheshwar Rao. So here the Uma Maheshwar Rao is receiving the goods that we are returning. So the date is 4th April. The date is 4th. Purchases returns to Uma Maheshwar Rao. So here the entry will be like Uma Maheshwar Rao account data to purchase returns. Before before session we have discussed about the goods related transactions, purchases, purchase returns, and sales returns. So like this, here it will come as Uma Maheshwar Rao account data to purchase account. To purchase returns account, not purchase account. So this is the entry, and narration we can write being goods returned to Uma Maheshwar. So friends, this is the problem. So here we have created Uma Maheshwar Rao account. We have created purchase returns account because we have returned the goods to Uma Maheshwar Rao, and here the Uma Maheshwar Rao is receiving the benefit that is in the form of goods. So the amount is 800 rupees. So friends, once again give a overlook to the problem. So friends, here we can see this is the problem number 2, and so friends, here we are ending this session up to now, and thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and please share to your friends, and please subscribe to our channel for some more interesting videos. Thanks friends, thanks for watching this video.